boy, Boss Cowboy. Yeah, we gonna talk about this, man. I'm ready to go on that too. It just broke, obviously, but I'm gonna just tell y'all, it's not as bad as it seems, it's not as good as it seems. We gonna go all the way through it. We gonna talk about how we gonna still win. Alright? So y'all definitely stay with us, man. We're gonna get right to the point. I see John in the building. He said, "What's up, boss? What's up with it, fam?" There it is. All right. And then we got Buddha. Buddha say, what the hell was he doing? Weed? Nah, it ain't weed. It's not that. We gonna talk about it though. We gonna get right to the point too. Oh yeah. Oh my boy said I ain't get the sign off on the ground. Well, you stay put then, homie. You go get your shot. And matter of fact, please don't leave because I'm gonna do a second video because I was getting ready to do that one, but when that broke, then I switched. You know, we're a little bit more fluid now. We can move a little bit faster. I'm also get right into the show too. I ain't gonna hold this. Let's go. What's up, man? This your boy Boss Cowboy Sports, man. I ain't gonna do all the intro stuff. I know y'all know what it sound like and it all look like, but we gonna talk about this breaking news real quick. Also, if y'all don't mind. I think we fixed a little, it was a little echo yesterday. I think we fixed that. Let me know how the sound is. If it's no echo, then we should still be good to be able to take calls. And we can get right into that as well. But obviously we dealing with Leah Collins right now. I wasn't even getting ready to talk about that, but that just broke. And with that happening, then, you know, we able to pivot and kind of then talk about that real quick. Because, you know, obviously that changes things. It changes a lot of things and about our game plan, about ways that we maybe should still go about attacking other teams' defense, because that's a obviously big thing that just happened. So, you know, Leah Collins, it has been announced that he was suspended. But I'm going to just tell y'all right now, it's not as bad as it seems. And it's not as good as it seems. I appreciate you doing the sound check with me, Buddha. Buddha came in, man. He letting us know. Right now, he says, sounds good on my end. I'm glad to hear that, man. I really do need y'all help on this, letting us know about the sound check. So we go get right and kind of to the sauce of what's kind of coming out there. So y'all give me 1 second to make everything a little bit presentable, and we go get into the facts of the matter. All right. So this came out. From looking at the main guy on this person that actually wrote about this and broke it down, obviously was, you know, Rob Phillips. So it's breaking. As you can see, they got the red, so it just came out. But this is the key, okay? I'm gonna look at it, and it's really not this one. It's more so, I'm gonna show y'all this one. This is the one. Okay, because this one I think is a little bit of a better job broken down by Patrick Walker. So I'm gonna give Patrick Walker his sauce because he gives a little bit more detail and insight. And once you kind of get it from the horse's mouth, it's gonna really kind of expound on what's going on. Because what's happening, I'm gonna be all the way honest with you. You know, the NFL is always gonna be heavy-handed on their suspensions with the Dallas Cowboys. We get treated like worse than whores, for lack of better words. We get treated bad. Like they will literally lean on us for ratings. Like, we need y'all to lead us off on preseason. We need y'all to be the first game. We need y'all to do all of that. But we also go be heavy-handed on y'all when it comes down to punishment, because all of that is good for the NFL because it's publicity. So whenever there's good about the Dallas Cowboys, it's going to be spinned out of control. Whenever it's bad, it's going to be overhyped. So going back to Patrick Walker and looking at what he wrote, it's some key things that we need to kind of highlight on. So the number one thing is that Collins can appeal the decision and seek either an overturn or a reduction. So, and he also laid it out that they already had the first process where he's been suspended for 5 games for violation of the league substance abuse. But he's also went through the first appellate process, is what he said. But this is the key. This is the biggest key, which lets me know that it's heavy-handed. Because this is the same thing that happened to Randy Gregory. All right, I'm gonna make it big. I'm gonna make it real big so everybody can see it. So it can be no doubt what we dealing with. The league alleges Collins missed mandatory drug screenings versus actually testing negative for an illegal substance. Can I read that again? I'm gonna read that again so we can know exactly what we dealing with, bro. The league alleges Collins missed mandatory drug screenings versus actually testing negative for illegal substance. Details are still coming in on the matter, including why it's 5 games instead of 4 or 6, mudding the accusations that much more. Shout out to Patrick Walker, man, for getting that out quick. He got this out quick. 19 minutes ago, Patrick ain't playing no games. That dude got right on the phone in some kind of way, put out the facts on this fast. So shout out to Patrick on that, man, for real. I mean, that's just good journalism by him. So what does that say to us? Let's talk about that. Let me see y'all comments real quick, though, because I can't see y'all comments. Because what I don't want, bro, and what I get sick of, is every time something happen, you know what we do as Cowboy fans? We start attacking our own quick. Without even no thought. Oh, this is typical Cowboys. Yeah, these are the Cowboys I've been waiting on. Nah, let's wait, bro. Let's wait. I mean, we all been through this enough, man. We know that they heavy-handed. They was heavy-handed on Zeke. Like, look how they handling Deshaun Watson versus how Zeke was handled. Man, they didn't waste no time saying that they was going to suspend Zeke. And Deshaun Watson, I'm not saying he guilty. I'm not saying he innocent. But I'm definitely saying that the way that they handling him is so much different than how they handle Zeke. And his stuff is a lot more slimier and nastier in its allegations and the alleged lack of protections of the reputation of the Shield. So, man, you know, so like I just let me look at y'all comments, man, and I'm gonna feed this in here, man. So I'm gonna start from the top this time. Usually I start from the bottom. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. My boy Jamil Kyle. Why hasn't dude from KC been suspended? Bro. I mean, but listen, and I'm gonna tell y'all something. That's why y'all didn't hear Boss Cowboy, man. Did y'all hear me one time on that show yesterday talk about the refs and them bad calls? I ain't doing that. We know that comes with being a Dallas Cowboy, man. We don't look for refs to pull us out. And yeah, we go get cheated. That comes with being a Dallas Cowboy. So at some point we gotta say we gotta beat your ass so bad that don't put it in the refs' hands. That's what Jimmy Johnson used to say all the time. He used to say, don't put it in the refs' hands. So yes, it's fucked up. I'm being all the way honest. It's a whole nother different standard, man. But hey, man, this is the standard of when people envy you. You go be judged harder and people go be doing us worse than everybody, man. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to be clear on that, man. But let me keep taking these comments real quick. My boy Mo, I'm taking it from the top this time. Usually I start from the bottom. He said, he got crazy with you. Who got crazy, homeboy? What happened? I missed something? Yeah, but Jamal said, they hate us, dog. Yeah, bro. Yeah. I mean, and listen, while we out here fighting the good fight for the Dallas Cowboys, don't feed into the stuff like that's go make us seem like we're excuse makers. Okay? Like the moral victories. Nah, I ain't talking about no moral victories. We should have won, bro. And we did enough to win. And the reasons we didn't win was on us. Shit. Real quick, Geach say we need to win regardless of the refs. Don't even let them affect the game. Exactly. I mean, that's the exact approach that it should be. Now, we got a lot of people that's coming in, right? And as they coming in, I'm going to recap because a lot of people missed it because I hit it right out the gate. This is not as bad as it seems. It's not as good as it seems, all right? So I'm going to go right back to it so that we can all be on the same page, and I'm going to go through it one more time, okay? I'm not going to go through it from Nick Eachman. I'm going to go through it through Patrick Walker. I think his article is kind of a little bit to the point. It's coming with direct sources that's really giving real insight on what it's about. Because remember what they was doing. Remember what they was doing with Randy Gregory. What was they saying? Oh, he smoked some weed. Oh, when he got his last suspension. All right. But for those of us who looked into the details, we never fell for that. Because you know what really happened? What happened with Leal Collins. And it was even dumber with Randy. Because, see, with Randy, he was actually in a drug rehab, and he just took a urine analysis. So he missed the, allegedly, he missed his scheduled drug analysis with the NFL because he was in the rehab. So instead of the NFL saying, you know what, he's in a drug rehab, we can go check his test there and, you know, and then maybe lower the suspension. Did they do that? No. Just think about that from common sense, bro. The man is in a drug rehab. He missed because he's in a drug rehab, allegedly. Right? So, and you don't have the common sense to say, he's actually working on what we want him to work on. When drugs was outlawed then, and I'm talking about marijuana. He's actually going through the process that we say we want them to go through when we want them to be models for the Shield. But did that work on his behalf? No. And what did the fans do? They as he was not smoking weed, what they start saying is, see, our own fans was doing that. So we don't want that here. What we want is measured Kool-Aid, man. Y'all know I believe in that. I believe in measured Kool-Aid. I don't believe in getting people all hyped up on just emotions and lies and stuff. We go really always try to get y'all the facts here when you on this show and on this channel. And as you come to this show and this channel, everybody should be caught up. And if you caught up, then you can go out there and make the appropriate noise and make the appropriate lobby for the changes that need to be made. So I'm gonna go back to this on what's really going on, because what I said earlier still is exactly correct, bro. That this is not as bad as it seems. It's not as good as it seems. And then we go also talk about solutions, because I'm always about solutions as well. So a recap, because we get more and more people coming in the building. That's what happens, you know, as you start and you go live, people just kind of storm in. So I'm gonna review this again. This is coming from Patrick Walker. Okay, this just broke, obviously. And, you know, and he got on the phone. So he went and worked his sources. So this is fresh off the press. All right. So Patrick Walker, you know, he did his due diligence. And I want to focus on some of the things that he highlighted. So I talked about this, but I'm going to also break this down even more. Okay. That he said Collins can appeal the decision and seek either an overturn or a reduction, but that will be in the hands of an arbitrator. Now we know how Goodell works. The arbitrator is not a neutral party. They work for Goodell, so they basically go kind of take whatever he say do anyway. We saw that when Zeke was in that suspension bullcrap. All right, so going back to it, man, just kind of reading along. Who has already ruled in favor of the league? So they already, even though they appealed, the arbitrator has already favored the league. Now, is anybody surprised at that? None of our fans should be surprised at that, bro. Okay? None of our fans should be surprised at that. That's just what it is. That, you know, like I said earlier, they're going to side with Goodell. They work for Goodell. That's why, let's just talk about this from a grown person perspective. Let's just talk about this even from our system. Okay. So when you think about the American system and you think about grand juries, that's why you never can trust grand juries with police officers. Think about that. This is not and I'm not talking politics, I'm just talking common sense. So when you the grand jury and you the DA and you the prosecutor and you've been working with police your whole career, it been y'all against the alleged what? Bad guys. Us versus them. Us versus them. Us versus them. Us. Oh, one of us? We got to judge one of us? Oh, well, we can't do that. So that's why you see so much in our system where you'll see people get shot in cold daylight, black, white, Hispanic, brown, yellow. It's happening to everybody, man. But then because of the system, all right? We talking about the system. Grand juries supposedly supposed to be unbiased on their own. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? But going back to football, that's what we looking at here. So this supposed to be some arbitrator, independent. It's not independent, brother. There's nothing independent about it, homie. These people work for Goodell. So basically, it's just like the grand juries. It's not gonna be fair, dog. And if it's best for their business, it's gonna side with them, bro. It was good business for the NFL to whoop on Zeke. Can we talk about that for a second? I'm gonna come back to this kind of stuff, and we gonna talk about solutions. But I just want to talk about the business real quick. It is big business to beat up on the Dallas Cowboys, homie. It's big business. So you got all these people that's now coming around saying, I was wrong about Dak. Bro, you've been wrong about Dak, and it's been obvious. But the reason so many people was going out there on a limb hoping that Dak would fail because it was good television. Because creating controversy works. It works. Think about it, homie. Let's think about it together. Let's all put on our thinking caps. What have we done since we have been old enough to walk? We all like drama. What did we do when we was little and we would see two people fight? All of us would go to the fight. Ooh, it's an instinct in us, man. The problem is us. When we stop liking drama, they will stop selling us false drama. So I'm telling y'all, when we look at La'el Collins, because I can already feel it, people are ready to shoot slugs at him because we love our Dallas Cowboys so much that as soon as we see suspension by any one of our names, we quickly start thinking the worst. We quickly start calling them drug addicts, rapists, and all kind of very evil, what my boy Law would call sullying and degrading their names without even doing a little bit of research. Because we just, anything that's in the way of us winning, we just, it's the player fault. Zeke, Dak, you need to throw more. It's the nature. And when you come to this channel, we don't do that. We try to stick to facts, and we try to stick to the real things. That's the real distractions of us getting the six. That's what we really deal with here. Okay. So going back to this, what I was saying with an awesome article by Patrick Walker. He killed this man, and he did it fast, bro. I appreciate that. I mean, I wrote, like, you know, my article came out yesterday, right? The game recap. It is not easy to be able to write real time like this, y'all. I'm telling you. You got to be so glued in that when stuff break, you got to go hit your best contacts quick, the people that's going to be able to give you the truth, and then you got to have a system in place that you can put out a grammatically intelligent, accurate, sourceful, broken down, intelligent breakdown of what's happening. And that's what we seeing from Patrick on this one, bro. And so I appreciate that. When you can see somebody come out with some quality substance in less than 19 damn minutes. Woo! I say, boy, this boy. Either you got people work for you or, man, you a machine. But going back to it real quick, man, because I just want to break this down. You know, this is Boss Cowboy Sports. We're not going to get you in your emotions. We're going to talk real here. He said, who has already ruled in favor of the league, but there is an additional appeal Wright Collins possesses, per the collective bargaining agreement that sources say he intends to pursue. That's why I said he got on the phone. He talked to his sources. In other words, this is the key, y'all. All right. In other words, it is not final. So this 5 games that came out could become much less. So he's saying, let's not panic. He's not actually saying that. I'm saying that. So he just putting out the facts. He call it the science. So to put a pin in it for a moment, and the Cowboys having a mini bye week before taking on the Chargers gives added days to sort it all out. And now I'm going to say this again because I see people coming in, all right, because we talking about the suspension. Then we go talk about what are some of the things that we can do, all right, because we're a solutions channel. We not a bitching channel. We don't like to get on here and cry. No, we go talk about the things that's wrong, but we go also talk about the things that can fix stuff. That's the main thing we do here. So this is the key part, again, because it's people that's coming in late. I said this at the very beginning, but I'm going to say it again so the people that's coming in can catch this. Then we go talk about what do we do if we can't play with him. Okay, we going to start talking about that as well. The league alleges Collins missed. Let me do it to where y'all can go along with me. The league alleges Collins missed mandatory drug screenings. And that's a heavy suspension for missing 5 games. Are you, man, hold on, man. 5 games? That's throwing a book at this man for allegedly missing. No, not failed, missed a drug test. Anybody catching that? Am I by myself on that? Especially when you look around the league and you see other teams not treated like that. The league alleges Collins missed mandatory drug screening versus actual testing negative for an illegal substance. Details are still coming in on the matter, including why it's 5 games instead of 4 or 6, mudding the accusations that much more. So that's why I say, man, let's chill. All right, that's number one. Let's relax a little bit. Let's do just like Patrick said, I think in wisdom, is let's just put a pin in it for a second. Let's just relax, and this one go play out, and we got a pretty good amount of time for it to play out. Okay, so the next things is obviously what do you do in his absence? Okay. So the good news is that there's always been a smart lobby on what to do about his absence because of what was happening with the Stingers. So there's already been noise put out there on what to do in the event that he actually is truly suspended with no mercy. Okay, where they don't reduce it. Well, number one is, I'm going to say, pretty obvious, especially because it worked before. Yes, you take Zach Martin and you move him right on to the right tackle. So it was a time to where this was hated amongst the Cowboys, the ideal itself. And it was also hated amongst the fans. When I used to lobby for interchanging the guards and tackles and cross-training them to be prepared for injuries, I used to get treated like I was evil. But all I was doing was looking around the league and watching teams do it, like the Saints. The Saints is one of the best cross-training lineman team in the league. They have their guards and tackles very interchangeable. In case there's an injury, they go put the best 5 out there. But the good news is, guess what? We already saw us do that. And guess what? It worked. It worked. So since it worked before, is it that hard to do it again? Is it a real reason for us to panic when we got no damn doubt a future likely first ballot Hall of Famer that's interchangeable and also proved it? So should we be panicking right now? In my opinion, nope. Nope. And then Geach came in with my second point. All right, because this not even really that hard to me, and it's not that hard to us as the fans who we saw it. I mean, at first it used to be hard because when we was lobbying for this, people didn't. Oh, you don't move, Zach Martin. You don't do that. You let him stay put and develop. You don't move, Leo. You, Marcus, Boss Cowboys, shut up. You don't do that. We're the Cowboys. We don't move our offense. Philman said, nah, the hell with all of that. Mike McCarthy at first called it fantasy football, which gave cover to all the dummies, all the people that was, you never move an offensive lineman. You never do that. And then guess what? Philman was like, nah. And it worked. So Geach came up. He said McGovern is a stud at guard. That's point number 2. Yep. I mean, how long we gonna keep saying this? Let's just be honest, bro. I said this before the game yesterday. I did a show right before the game. I said, man, I'm not worried about Zach Martin being out. I'm not. I mean, how many times we go watch McGovern do his thing and then be acting like it's hard, bro? Like, come on, man. Sometimes we overthink stuff, bro. Like, can we just be honest? Sometimes. Oh, hold on, Steve. Hold on, Steve. No, Steve say, careful, boss. We're getting close to having you rock out the positive Kool-Aid. Yeah, bro. As long as it's measured. I don't got no problem with Kool-Aid, man. I ain't got no problem with Kool-Aid, man. Just make sure my stuff is measured. It's a big thing for Boss Cowboy to actually say publicly that he drunk Kool-Aid. Listen, I do not drink Kool-Aid without first measuring. Steve. Yeah, bro. Listen, man. Yeah, as long as it's measured, I would drink positive Kool-Aid, man. You know what I'm saying? That's straight up. So it's just make sure you put the proper amount of sugar and you read the instructions. Like it says, for every quart you need X amount of sugar. See, I'm gonna tell you what a lot of us do. We be eyeballing it. That's what we do. We try to eyeball everything. We don't measure nothing. It's all emotion. So when we go, we try to make Kool-Aid. We just pour it in there and just look just like her. Yeah. You ain't gonna ever get that from me. You go only get from me measured Kool-Aid, man. And see, that's why I got a lot of stuff we talking about today. I promise I was preparing to talk about Anthony Brown. I got film, I got everything, and then this broke. So I was like, let me do that first since this just broke. And then I'm gonna turn around later, maybe in a couple hours, I'm gonna talk about Anthony Brown. Now, when I talk about Anthony Brown, y'all better get ready, bro. Y'all better get ready, bro. It ain't gonna be no content out there like mine on this one. It's other content to where people go hit me in the nose with. But on what I'm getting ready to talk about on Anthony Brown, ain't nobody gonna be ready for me, bro. Ain't nobody gonna be able to keep up with the truth on what I'm getting ready to say about Anthony Brown. Ain't nobody gonna be able to do that. I'm telling you, nobody. Okay? And this gonna be in the next 2 or 3 hours, man. I'm gonna break this all the way down to where it ain't no doubt, and it's gonna be different than what y'all think too. Because I know y'all think I'm ready to just bust all kind of holes in him. I'm actually not. There are solutions even to him, and I'm going to talk about some middle ways to actually work some things out. But it's going to be factual. It's going to be proof. It's going to be film. It's going to be historic. It's going to be pictures. It's going to be everything you need to know about what really cost us that game. And I'm going to talk. I'm going to go back to Leah Collins, but I want to say this as I'm gearing y'all up to come back when I do that other video that's coming in another couple of 3 hours or so, right? Because I could have did it right now, but I was like, let me do the Liel first to where we can kind of read the tea leaves on what to do, what's going on, and how can we actually still go forward. But this is what I want to say, man, on that Tampa game. This is why I'm not at all feeling the moral victory crowd right now. Moral victories only, to me, are good when you was truly outmatched. We was not truly outmatched. We was the better team yesterday. And the mistakes and the reasons for the loss is on us. I actually spent a lot of time on Kellen Moore. I apologize about that today, even though I know what I said was true. But the problem is I fell into the trap about fighting over things that's not even the biggest problems. So it's like, I was like, damn, after I got there on the show, it's like, you got to focus on the stuff that's the real problems. If you focus on just Kellen Moore, which it was a lot of good in what he did, and it was some bad in my opinion, but it was a lot of good. But that's the thing that we do. And I want to slow down and explain that real quick. We do what I did yesterday too much. We start focusing too much on your highest paid players, or we start focusing on the higher things that's so obvious to the eyeballs, like Zeke, like Tank, like Jalen, like Dak, right? Like Mike McCarthy, like Kellen Moore. But we ignore the guys that actually are truly behind the scenes ripping out our hopes for 6. Same, and I said this yesterday, same thing happened when we was, Dash better take a pay cut or else. That son of a bee, that greedy mofo, all that stuff we was saying. And guess who was still on that team underperforming and taking money left and right? Sean Lee. And it wasn't Gregory. Well, from Boise State, I don't know why his Crawford. They were just taking money from the team, and nobody was saying a word. And it was like, boss, you fell for that yesterday. You went for the problem that's a problem, but that's not as big of a problem as the guys that are actually hurting us bad in their play and their pay. Sean Lee said out his own mouth that if I wouldn't have been a Dallas Cowboy, I would have been gone. And see, this is the sad thing. Those people are just like us. If you go give me free millions, I'm going to take it, even when I know I don't deserve it. And don't act like you wouldn't. You would. You would. And that's what they did. And that's what a lot of these guys are doing. And what's also happening is you got, just like you saw with Mike McCarthy lobbying for his, man, I ain't gonna get too deep into that. So basically the solution is different, and I'm gonna go check out Mike McCarthy's press conference. Because Jay just gave me the warning on it. I appreciate that, Jay. So I'm gonna go check out that press conference real quick and then end the show. But I'm gonna say this. I want to take some calls too. I'm sorry. I'll take some calls on the next show. I'll take some calls on the next show. But the solutions are simple, bro. Even if Liel is gone for a little while, even if we got slapped and rocked by politics, which happens, bro. We get slapped and rocked by politics, okay? If that's the case to where our boy is suspended and over missing a drug test, 5 games, bro. For real, man. Are you serious? You made him sound like he's a 5. Zeke got 6 for the icky alleged thing that he was accused of, which I don't believe he did. Okay, and you go say 5? If y'all don't see the bullshit in that, man, don't come back here, bro. This ain't the place for you. You just want to be an old crybaby ass dude. You got to be able to read between the lines on what's really going on. I'm not finna start slapping on our own over bullshit that's happening to them. That ain't my style, man. Sorry. This ain't the channel. Now if you want to go somewhere where they go be just like, hey, man, Liel, he's an idiot and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, go have fun, bro. But I ain't gonna be coming at our guys like that. Not when I'm really learning the real facts. You ain't gonna never get that out of Boss Cowboy, man. Hang that all the way up. Never. But the solutions are simple, bro. Move old Zach on to that right tackle. And take old McGovern. And you go and move him to that right guard. And you keep playing football. We saw firsthand that work. And guess what? McGovern, he ain't gonna never get no more tested than what happened yesterday. The only test that's going to be even close to that is going to be in the end of the season when we got to play the Redskins again. You ain't going to never see no Sue and no Vita Veda again until we see them in the playoffs. That's the only time you go see that. That offensive line had their biggest test up into the Redskins yesterday. Y'all hear me? Because I don't want all this panic and all this old bull crap that come with suspensions. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear none of that. You know what I'm saying? We already got what it take. We already built to be able to still go on a run even without Liel. Okay? Yes, we do want Liel on this team. Man, come on, of course. But, man, to be in a state of panic because he could be gone, nah, bro. Will McClay, Steven, and Jerry built this team a little bit too strong. It's just that are we smart enough to continue to put them in the positions that make the most sense? Now, I do want y'all to come back later after I watch this Mike McCarthy press conference. I might do a video on that. Because, hey, man, I can take the days off, and I'm thinking about doing that today because so much content coming out. It's giving me a chance to make a lot of content. But it's no panic, y'all. You know, I'm glad y'all tuned in today. Y'all should feel better because the things to take away from the Liel Collins news that just broke is, first of all, we got a long ways to try to get that suspension reduced, and even if it's not, we still okay. That's what I want y'all to take away from this show, because we already got McGovern, who got an epic amount of snaps last year, and he did a damn good job again yesterday. So we good, bro. The depth helped us, and even the depth of steel is going to help us from last year. So, and my boy Mark Anthony came in. You gonna really like the next show, Mark. My boy Mark said, if Brown starting next week, I'm concerned. You gonna love this next show I'm getting ready to do. I'm finna go all the way in on that one. I promise you ain't nobody gonna go into the depths of detail that I did. I promise you. I've been working on this already for now 4 years. Unless it's a content creator that I'm putting 4 years of work on this and they getting ready to present it today, you ain't gonna see no better video than what you go see, what I'm getting ready to put out there. And again, it's not as bad as it seems. It's not as good as it seems. So let's just be measured. Y'all know me, man. I drink only measured Kool-Aid. Let's kind of just honestly really take a relax. It's the early part of the season, and we still looking good.
It's a big thing for Boss Cowboy to actually say publicly that he drunk Kool-Aid. Listen, I do not drink Kool-Aid without first measuring.
Boss Cowboy Sports, where your voice matters. Boss Cowboy Sports.